At the half-time scores from League One, it's Bradford 0, Notts County 1.
Well, good evening and welcome here to Guiseley AFC Radio. I'm afraid we're a little bit delayed in our start this evening. I know that we've been somewhat looking at the motorways for far too long on the way down. We were really stuck in traffic, and in fact we weren't the only ones. The supporters, likewise, the supporters coach hadn't even arrived by the time we got into the ground. In the first half, the scoreline here is 0-0, and Guiseley have looked, from the bits of the game that we've managed to pick up, Matt, to be having a tough time in that first 45, because Worcester look certainly resurgent and certainly look like a threat in this game.
Yeah, like you say, it's we've not been able to see an awful lot of it, but from the bits we've seen, thought, to begin with, thought Worcester looked a little bit, I don't know, sort of toothless up front, but then we became more disjointed, and it doesn't seem like it's been the most entertaining of halves so far anyway, but let's hope that improves now that we're here. Yeah,
just to give you a picture, I mean, we arrived at about 25 minutes into the game, and neither side had in that period that we saw since then particularly convincing goal-scoring opportunity, but Worcester certainly had the ball perhaps more often in the final third than we did. And we're looking to try and break down our defence. In credit, though, the defence, and we'll go through the team names shortly, has looked very solid.
Yeah, I think Lockwood and Hall, like I say, from the bits we've seen, have done really well with what Worcester have had to cope. But you do think there's another couple of gears for us to go through, and if we can do that, I think Mark's looking at maybe bringing Michael Potts on. Hopefully, he'll be able to add a bit of impetus, and can get an important win.
Yeah, we'll just go through those two teams in case you haven't picked them up from other sources as yet. But for Worcester, in goal, Ryan Boot, George Williams, Tyler Weir, Matt Regan, Graham Hutchinson, Ellis Deeney, Aaron Williams, Richard Tawndry, Daniel Ntai, Ethan Moore and Stephen Leslie, Ebby Nelson-Addy, Danny Glover, Richard Munday, Sam Smith, Harry Ashton are on the bench for the home side, who of course are playing here in Kidderminster nowadays, playing their football here since they had to leave their wonderful ground at St George's in Worcester. Guiseley have already made a change at half-time, and it's Danny Forrest who's retiring from the field, and he's going to be replaced by Michael Potts. So the number 1 to 11 is Stephen Drench, Andy Holdsworth, Rhys Maynell, Jack Rea, Adam Lockwood, Danny Hall, Wayne Brooksby, Danny Boschel, Alex Johnson. It was Danny Forrest. He's now going to be replaced by Michael Potts and Gavin Rothery. On the bench, the remaining substitutes are Jake Lawler, Craig Hobson, Louis Swain and Steve Dickinson. And the referee today is Mike Daguila. That's an interesting change, that. Danny Forrest, we saw the conventional formation that we're used to seeing. Can't imagine Michael Potts will go into a wide position. Can you, Matt?
No, I think I don't know, I can see Gavin Rothery maybe pushing on, or Michael Potts playing just behind AJ up front. But I think he'll just have that little bit of drive, and you never know, it might be a case of Danny's picked up an injury or it's a fitness issue. So hopefully Michael will add us that extra gear.
Well, we're just about to get the second half underway here on Guiseley AFC Radio. I'm Colin Robertson, alongside me Matt Rogerson this evening, eventually having quite a good record at arriving at places. We've struggled tonight quite badly, but we're here, we're live, and hopefully you're tuning in. And if you could let us know via Twitter, if you're following us tonight, that's wonderful, and we shall bring you what we hope to be a good second 45 here in Kidderminster for Worcester versus Guiseley. The Lions have just got the game back underway and are currently teasing the Worcester defence, just holding the ball up in midfield. It's with Alex Johnson now, just at the moment. Square here to Rhys Maynell. And just playing down this left-hand side. It's into the feet of Potts. Potts makes his way into the penalty area, tries to get the ball across. Cut out by Worcester and helped away up to the halfway line. And busying himself around is Jack Rea. Rea and Potts are on the same field. It's a recipe for confusion for me. But this time Rea plays the ball down the right-hand flank, and it's cut out well by Weir. Picked up again. This time Jack Rea helps it forward before Tyler Weir wins that battle and earns his side a throw-in here on the near side.
Just saw Worcester sort of give away possession quite cheaply there, and it's what we saw early doors when we arrived. I think just the ball ends up at, in forward positions, but it quickly comes back, and I think that's something Mark will probably want to take advantage of this half if we're going to get 3 points out of this.
So we just wait while Worcester take a throw in. It's just over the halfway line. They've now earned a free kick, and it's going to be the number 8, Richard Tawndry, who will take. He's just got it a few yards in from the left-hand side and whips one into the edge of the 18-yard box. It misses everyone. Eventually bobbling around on the edge of that 18-yard box. Worcester recover possession. Leslie on the left flank gets past Brooksby, gets the ball into the air. Very dangerous ball, punched away by Stephen Drench, and tries to get the return. Scored on Saturday, the striker, to get a valuable win for Worcester. Lifts them off the bottom of the table. A victory at Stalybridge Celtic. This time his delivery isn't so good, and Stephen Drench collects and can pick that ball up, and Alex Johnson having a tremendous battle there, and eventually is pulled over, and it's a free kick to Guiseley. It's going to be some 30 yards from goal, but it's in a good position for Guiseley to get some men forward.
Yeah, I would have suggested turning around and going home had we not been given that free kick, because that was just so obvious. Nearly had his arm out of his socket. But a good position here for Wayne to whip one in. 47
minutes gone. Guiseley are drawing 0-0 here with Worcester, but they have a free kick. The ball whipped into the area, picked up now by Potts on the edge of the 18-yard box. Helped away though, and Worcester now launch a counter-attack of their own. Leslie and follows the ball over the halfway line. Gets the ball out from the left side to the right, Aaron Williams. And it's still with Worcester though, because Guiseley, who defending deep, can't seem to get the ball away from the home side, who are in good form at the moment, good spirits around the ground after that victory. Helped on now by Tawndry into the area, picked up here by Williams. Aaron Williams goes from the touchline and back, then helped into the area by Leslie and cleared well by Danny Boschel. And Michael Potts completes the clearance. Only Johnson in the Worcester half in a yellow shirt, and he's not able to take that away from Matt Regan. Well, thank you, Thomas Harvey, for tuning in. He's following us tonight, 45 minutes late. Aha. I don't know what he's referring to there. 2-0 Guiseley, he reckons. We'll go for that, won't we, Matt?
We were only 25 minutes late, but we decided to take our time, get things right, be professional.
And Ty now has the ball for Worcester. Being professional, that would be a first. The ball now here with Williams. Williams on the right flank, plays it forward, gets it into the area. Helped away by Lockwood. Lockwood looks at the referee. Not quite sure what he thinks was wrong in that move. But Worcester have a throw on the right flank. There's a reasonable smattering of Guiseley fans away to our right, because we're positioned. If you know Aggborough, we're positioned in there's two sort of main stands opposite each other. We're positioned in the press box. And it's a fairly identikit stadium, but the press box is just slightly towards one end of the ground rather than the other. And that's the side that Guiseley are attacking. The Lions just force Worcester back, actually, from that free throw-in that they had. It goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, Ryan Boot. So Worcester taking their time. They're in no hurry. They certainly think there's something in this game for them.
You just wonder as time goes on whether Mark will probably settle for a point. An improving side on form. Tough place to go on a long Tuesday night, and you never know if he might just choose to shut up shop as we sort of approach the last 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes.
Well, teams at the bottom haven't all been low quality, that's for sure. The Guiseley themselves, we were down there in the bottom three, and we've shown we can turn things around. Worcester aiming for likewise. Andy Holdsworth now with the ball in the halfway line, plays it forward, looking to send Michael Potts away, but he's beaten to it in the air, and it's headed up to the halfway line. Holdsworth again launches a long one forward, looking for Alex Johnson. Johnson not able to get to that one, and Ty picks up the loose ball. Now is a counter-attack here for Worcester. Williams on the right flank. Ball whipped into the area. Over Stephen Drench. Just manages to get a palm to take that away. I think it was Ethan Moore who was waiting to get on the end of it. But Stephen Drench just did enough. And Guiseley have the ball in their left back position, but given away very cheaply now. Ntai now on the edge of the area. Players crowd round him, take it away. Linesman actually put his flag up. Referee corrected him because it was a pass back. Now Guiseley can counter-attack a little bit. Potts trying to feed in Alex Johnson. Johnson beaten to it by Hutchinson. Up to the halfway line. Now Lockwood taking the ball into Worcester half. Centre half lays it square to Potts. Busying himself around in the Worcester half at the moment is Michael Potts since he's come on at half-time. On for Danny Forrest. And Andy Holdsworth now gets a lovely ball into Danny Boschel. Boschel wins the ball from Graham Hutchinson. But as he went to ground to win the ball, it just escaped him and Ryan Boot could come out quickly and collect. Good incisive move, Matt, from Guiseley there. Yeah,
Danny did well to get onto something, but AJ just out of position, couldn't quite get a shot away on the end of it. But yeah, good little move from Guiseley. Need a few more, I think, if we're going to threaten.
Potts just defending inside Guiseley's half. Gets the ball up to the halfway line, only as far as Leslie. Leslie gets pulled back by Wayne Brooksby. Seemed a little harsh, but it's a free kick that's going to be taken by Worcester. Richard Tawndry. And he's got the ball probably about 10 yards from the centre circle. And he's got plenty of support in the final third. Players lining up on the edge of the 18-yard box. 52 minutes gone. Tawndry delivers this one. Another good delivery into the area. This time just ahead of Matt Regan. And behind for a goal kick. And Drench takes it quickly. Characteristically quickly down the left channel, looking for Alex Johnson to get onto. But as can happen, it goes out of touch. And it's a throw-in for Worcester. Taken and given back to Ryan Boot, who lofts one long, looking to prize open Guiseley with a long ball down the right-hand side. It's defended, taken up to the halfway line. Michael Potts can't hold on to the ball, though. And then eventually Worcester earn a throw. Stephen Leslie takes just inside the Guiseley half. Long one down the left channel. Picks up Ntai. The striker does well to get past Andy Holdsworth and then plays the ball square, but only as far as Michael Potts. And Jack Greer tidies things up as he gets the ball off Potts. And Guiseley earn a throw in just on the halfway line. Good solid defending again, though, from the Lions. Under pressure, though, was Worcester. As Matt says, looking fresh, looking hungry and looking like they think there's something out of this game. But it's 0-0 at the moment here on Guiseley AFC Radio. 54 minutes gone. And in this second period, I think we're yet to see a real goal-scoring opportunity. Lockwood actually comes up for over the halfway line, makes a bit of a run and then plays a rather hopeless ball forward. Optimistically expecting Wayne Brooksby to turn himself into Usain Bolt there, I think.
Yeah, there was no way he was ever going to get on the end of that. Just a little bit of a spark missing at the moment. I think Johnson up front's been starved a little bit of chances, but and you just wonder who Mark could bring on to sort of remedy that, if you like, because you know you've got a couple of target men and Jake Lawler, defender, midfielder. Not many of who are going to change the game for you.
Well, you guys have a free kick at the moment. A bit of a late challenge on Andy Holdsworth. And the referee is going to have a word, I think, with Daniel Ntai. And the striker is going to go in the book. And in case you can pick any of that up, I think our hearty band of followers have a rather negative view of the challenge.
Didn't seem too bad to me. It was more. It wasn't malicious. It was just mistimed, wasn't it? He went for the ball. He just wasn't there when he got there.
Well, it's a free kick anyway to Guiseley inside the Worcester half, and the Lions have plenty of players now, sort of 20-30 yards away from goal, looking to get on the end of Stephen Drench's kick. It bounces off the head of George Williams, the fullback, and it's going to be a throw-in to Guiseley.
Looks like Lewis Swain warming up. Quite sure who he'll come on for. I would suggest probably Wayne Brooksby. He's not been at his best tonight, I wouldn't say.
Guiseley lose possession from the throw, and it's gone up to Untai, and then a chance now for Worcester to counter-attack once again. Good movement there from Leslie. Helps the ball onto the left-hand side with Tyler Weir, the left-back, marades forward down that flank. Tries to feed in Leslie with a return pass. This time overhits it, and as Matt was rightly saying, there is going to be a change. It's not going to happen just yet, because Worcester have taken the throw very quickly. Tawndry plays one forward into the penalty area, looking for the feet of Ethan Moore. And then Leslie gets the second ball. Well dispossessed, though, by Lockwood, who does very well. Gets the ball up to the halfway line. Alex Johnson can't hold it up, though. It's going to come straight back at the Lions. All the way back to the goalkeeper, Boot. Unlike at home, Johnson isn't closing down the goalkeeper at all in this afternoon's game. Very much did so in previous home ties. Perhaps conserving energy.
I think it might be an instruction. I think Lewis Swain and Hobson aren't the most mobile of strikers in comparison, so it might just be a case of conserving your energy, making those late runs, in the sort of 89th, 90th minute maybe.
So coming off for Guiseley,
or not.
Well, I was going to say,
coming on number 16,
kiss of death.
Lewis Swain.
And it's Lewis Swain who's coming on for Alex Johnson. I just wonder whether there's a little bit of fatigue. He certainly has put in some wonderful performances in recent weeks since he's come to the club. And Lewis Swain will take his place. So the second substitution already for Guiseley. Michael Potts was the first. He came on for Danny Forrest. And so Swain will take his place up front. Immediately called into action inside the Guiseley half. Everybody inside the Guiseley half, though, still from the throw. Helped up to the halfway line where Wayne Brooksby tries to nod it on. Takes a knock for his trouble, but Worcester still retain possession and come down the left flank here with Moore into the feet of Leslie. Leslie's dispossessed again very well by Andy Holdsworth. He's done well at right back so far this evening, looked very solid. Back to Rhea, and Holdsworth will conclude the clearance. Up as far as Lockwood, and still Guiseley still not able to get it out their own final third. Being closed down well by Worcester. A long one forward. Looking for Swain, but flicked away from him by Regan. And comfortably in the hands of Ryan Boot again for the home side. Long one forward now from Boot, looking to pick out and tie. Taken away from him, picked up now by Potts. Potts square to Boschel. Boschel out to the wide man, Reese Maynell, who's hugging that left touchline. Still inside the Guiseley half, though. And looking to go long once again. Over the top of Swain. Picked up the second ball, though, this time Gavin Rothery. Rothery, 25 yards from goal. Plenty of players around him, has to face away from goal. Goes left to Reese Maynell. Now Guiseley have got men in the box if they can deliver the ball. Danny Boschel picks it up. And Rothery and Boschel combine. Good defending, though, from the strike and tie. Takes it away, but good interception here from Jack Rhea. Wins the ball back now. Lewis Swain. He's got it from distance with goal. Gets a drive away, straight at goalkeeper Boot. He parries it comfortably and picks it up at the second attempt.
Good effort from Swain. Did well to create the opportunity for himself. Maybe if he sort of just got it further away from the goalkeeper, we'd probably done a little bit better, but a good effort.
Taken away from the goalkeeper. Up towards Moore, and Moore has been awarded a free kick. Not quite sure what that was for, to be honest with you. Either way, it still means that Worcester rather, have a chance to get another delivery into the box. Tawndry, who's put some good balls in this evening for Worcester, has a chance. Once again, it's about 30, 35 yards from goal, so it's going to be a distribution to the edge of the 18-yard box. And there are 4 Worcester shirts waiting for it. In the end, he seems to take a rather ambitious shot. And it bounces back, but kindly for the home side. And whipped into the area, looking for Moore, and then Drench fumbles when he went to claim the ball and concedes a rather cheap corner in the end. But guys, he just couldn't clear their lines. Now there's going to be another card. I think the referee's just gone to his pocket and I'm not quite sure who he's speaking to there, Matt. I don't know if you can unpick that, but I think it might be Reece Maynell.
Yeah, it is. I'm not sure what for, but yeah, it's definitely Reece.
Well, it was a funny old move all ways round, really. The free kick was appalling. Bounced off the Guiseley defence and then still fell kindly for, I think it was Ntai who played the ball into the area towards Ethan Moore. And when Steve Drench tried to pluck the ball off the air, out of the air, he just fumbled it over for a corner. The corner now taken. Comes in up towards the 6-yard box. Helped back in there. Once again, Drench under pressure. Gets hold of the ball right on his goal line. Guys who were at 6s and 7s for a second there just couldn't get the ball clear. And eventually Drench plucked it out of the air. No sooner does he roll the ball to Andy Holdsworth. Holdsworth and Brooksby are on different wavelengths down the right flank, and Worcester pick possession up once again. Tough moments here for the Lions. 61 minutes gone. Just 30 minutes left of this game. Guiseley and Worcester locked at 0-0. But very few chances on either side. Goal-scoring chances certainly in the second period. Worcester just slightly on top at the moment. The ball forward down the right flank again, looking to pick out Williams. Won back by Guiseley. Rothery down the right flank finds Bosch. Bosch goes down. It's a free kick to Guiseley right outside on that left flank.
Clever play from Boschel there on the left, just got in front of his man, sort of bought the free kick a little bit. You just wonder if you could get Gavin Rothery on the ball in central positions, what he could create, because he's out there on the left, not his natural position. He's not, he's not a winger. He might cut inside now and again, but he's not going to beat a man. He's about picking passes, and is he a little bit wasted out there?
Well, guys, they have the free kick. It's whipped in up towards the edge of the 6-yard box, just taken away by Williams. It's gone behind for a corner. There's a good delivery in there from Brooksby. The ball floated in up to the edge of the 6-yard box. Williams had to be alive to the danger. Did well to leap and just knock the ball behind for another corner. Guys, he's first of this second half. And it's a chance now for Brooksby to repeat another good delivery into the area. Still 0-0 here at Worcester. Brooksby plays the ball to the edge of the 18-yard box. Is headed back in by Lockwood. Up towards Holdsworth. Gets the ball back across the face of goal. Eventually hoiked away by Hutchinson. And Ty chases. Defensively, Guiseley just have to be wary of the danger. Helped over the line now by Leslie. Forward towards... it was Williams down the right flank. But Guiseley have held things up and now have got the yellow shirts back. Williams still has the ball, though, on the right-hand side. Plays it back to the full-back, Williams. And, George Williams and Aaron Williams, that is. Just to confuse the matters further. And in the end, a rather poor ball from Worcester. Gives Guiseley a throw-in inside their own half. Lions will be relieved to see that go out of play. Play it all the way back to Drench, and Drench is under tremendous pressure to clear that. It's being closed down so energetically by Moore. And when he does, he makes a good clearance. The ball goes all the way back to the Worcester goalkeeper.
There's definitely been a few more chances this half, but like I said, none of them been real clear cut. You would expect them to score sort of chances. It's very much half chances.
Well, Guiseley are still drawing 0-0 here at Worcester. It's a point at this it stands. Louis Swain has the ball, plays it forward, looking to release Michael Potts, but well shadowed by that Worcester defence, and Matt Regan in particular helps it back to Boot. Louis Swain goes looking to make Boot pick the ball up. And the visiting fans are getting into their voice. Boot's clearance goes straight to Brooksby. Brooksby takes a good first touch, but he's closed down well by Tyler Weir. Might have hoped to have done a little bit better. But Worcester have a throw in their own half. The referee just takes Weir back a couple of yards. I'm not sure he crept that many, actually, to be fair, Matt.
I've seen people do a lot worse.
But Weir takes, throws it up in the air, and it's headed back at him, and he collects the second ball. Potts immediately on him. Weir does well, though, helps the ball across his back line. And then a long one forward by Hutchinson. Searching out Ntai, but headed well away by Lockwood. Real solid presence at the back since he's come to the club. And then a long one forward down this left flank, looking for Louis Swain. He's under pressure, or puts rather Hutchinson under pressure and makes Hutchinson put the ball into touch. Guiseley throw about level with the 18-yard box on the left-hand side. Very few options ahead. Guiseley play it short into Potts. And then Rothery playing that left midfield position at the moment. Lays it back. Guiseley just looking to pry something open. Rothery just gets onto a return ball, but is well tackled. Now picks up a loose ball as it goes clear. Takes a very ambitious shot from considerable distance there. Rather much of a waste, and it's gone behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, just when I said he could create things from that middle area, he goes and chooses that option.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the option that we'll have been hoping for. And we have 24 minutes left in which to see a goal. It's goalless. Worcester looking to build on their victories. Both sides looking to build on victories at the weekend. Worcester won, of course, 2-1 at Stalybridge. Guiseley had that fine 2-0 win over Oxford. Now a long ball forward from Boot. Well headed away this time by Hall. Helped on out to the halfway line, and a little pattern to this game, or a rather strange pattern to this game, if anything. Rather shapeless. The long one forward. Ball returned back. And Guiseley once again poke a long ball forward, looking for Louis Swain, trying to get him under the ankles of Hutchinson. Hutchinson shows a very cool, collected touch on the ball and gets it away. And Guiseley come down the left-hand side here. Gavin Rothery twists and turns. Plays it forward towards Louis Swain. Very few options ahead of him, under great pressure. Does well to pick out Andy Holdsworth, who's come forward from right back. Holdsworth now looks for options in the box. Plays a good ball in, looking for Swain. Headed away by Hutchinson. Up as far as Jack Rea. He's under pressure from Tawndry. The ball's helped back to the halfway line. Danny Boschel. And then Rhys Maynell have the ball on the halfway line. Now Lockwood sprays the ball to the right-hand side, looking for Brooksby. Cut out well by Tyler Weir. And then helped over the line to Leslie. Leslie goes past Holdsworth, or looks like he was going to go past Hall, rather. But Hall puts in a good challenge, and it's a throw into Worcester. Yeah,
it's a strange game, really. It's almost end-to-end, but not in an entertaining way. If you know, there are very few clear-cut chances, but there's plenty of possession from both sides.
Yeah, end-to-end and not in an entertaining way. I think that is the perfect descriptor for it.
You just think one goal is likely to win this now, because the teams have matched each other so well defensively and lacked so much offensively. It's just going to take one goal, I think.
Throw into Worcester. They look to be taking a long throw. It's about level with the 18-yard box. Left-hand side as Worcester attack this Guiseley goal. And it's launched long into the area by Aaron Williams. Headed away. Picked up again by Williams. This time he crosses in. Headed away by Holdsworth. Only as far as Tawndry into the area. And at the edge of the area, Hutchinson, who's come up from centre half, takes a shot from distance, but it's blocked down. And then a free kick's given for Ellis Deeney, who bundled over Danny Hall. And the home fans don't like it, but it's a free kick to Guiseley. And the danger's passed once again. So again, I can't really think of a clear-cut save either goalkeepers had to make that we've seen.
I think probably the most impressive thing Stephen Drench has done is the sort of catch. He took it under his own crossbar, really. That was not a clear-cut chance, but he did well to do it. And the same at the other end, really. Not too many opportunities.
Well, maybe Guiseley can carve out something now. Rhys Maynell has the ball on the left-hand side. Played into Swain. Maynell continues with his run and earns his side a corner. And Guiseley now can deliver the second corner of the half that they've won from this left-hand side. As they attack the Worcester goal, Wayne Brooksby steps across to take it. There is Lockwood and Hall to aim for, Swain and Maynell in the box. The ball whipped in, curled in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, headed away, only as far as Swain at the back post. He has a heavy touch with his chest, tries to turn on the edge of the area, goes down towards the touchline, gets the ball back across, earns his side another corner. Good work from Louis Swain, just as the move looked to be breaking down.
Yeah, it looked like he'd sort of turned into a cul-de-sac there, but did well to win the corner. And with the likes of Hall and Lockwood at the back post, you can never rule us out from scoring corners, I wouldn't say.
So Hall and Lockwood remain in that penalty area. Lockwood sort of looks to take a position on the edge of the area and run in to attack the ball. Swain on the edge of the 6-yard box. Brooksby delivers this one, this time up towards Hall. Hall gets the header on it. Can't direct it, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. And another chance has passed, and another chance. It doesn't result in a shot on goal.
No, he looked to be sort of being hauled down as he was going to head that, but you know,
Is that another pun, Matt? Hauled down.
It's accidental. What can I say? Much like your accidental partridge, it's seeping in.
We've got to entertain our public somehow. Guys, the defend the goal kick, and it goes all the way back to Drench. Another example of this end-to-end football. Drench launches this one long again, looking for Swain. Swain and Regan battle. Deeney picks up the loose ball. And then it's Leslie for Worcester. Plays it towards Ntai. Beaten away from him by Lockwood. Up to Potts. Potts now looks for Rothery on the halfway line, but he's beaten to it. And Worcester take it back into their own territory before Hutchinson lofts a long one. Most balls seem to have gone long tonight. And it's found Ntai. Ntai does very well on the right-hand side. He's got a couple of players in the area to aim for, but he's held up for the moment. Does well to get out of there. Finds Leslie. Leslie is bundled over under a challenge and then helps it to Deeney. Deeney tries to get a shot away. Does well this time, Deeney. Keeps the ball on the right-hand side. And now it's with Williams. Williams back into the feet of Tawndry. Good football here from Worcester. They get their way down the right-hand side and into the area. And the ball finds, eventually, finds Aaron Williams on the edge of the area before he sort of miscues and loses possession. But Worcester regain the second phase. And then the ball goes in the area and a great ball in to pick out Tyler Weir, who got a left boot on it from full-back. And it went over Stephen Drench and then came back off the underside of the crossbar and away. And still Worcester have it. The danger hasn't passed. Worcester beginning to turn the screw here. Taken away, though, eventually by Guiseley up to the halfway line, and Louis Swain can get the ball in, feed in Potts, and Potts just takes a missed touch that hands the ball to Regan, just as Guiseley look to have a promising counter-attacking movement going. The Lions still get the ball, though, on the halfway line, into the feet of Boschel. Now into Rothery. Rothery, 30 yards from goal, plays it square, finds Swain. Swain gets a shot away from the left-hand side of the penalty area, goes behind for a goal kick. Doesn't hit the target in the end, but just a sign that a killer ball, the right ball. And Guiseley can break down this Worcester defence, but at the other end, of course, almost undone by that great pass and almost innovative finish from Tyler Weir.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much he knew about it, the left back, but Stephen Drench did really well to claw it out. So, you know, I think it was probably creeping in at the far post.
At the other end, Ryan Boot played the goal kick straight into Louis Swain. Such power, it's bounced all the way back to the goalkeeper, rather fortuitously. Now Worcester have a chance to come down the left-hand side again. Leslie, inventive down that side of the field, gets the ball into the area. Only as far as a wonderful strike that comes in from Richard Tawndry from distance. The ball bounced away and found Richard Tawndry. He put a real drive in, but it was straight at Stephen Drench. There was never any real danger. And the ball's been picked up by the Lions. Now, in goes Ntai, who gets the ball once again for Worcester. Goes past Hall, but is held up and has to play the ball out to the left-hand side, where Leslie's asked a lot of to stretch and gets it from the corner flag into the penalty area. And Ntai's the target man this time, taken away from him by Potts. Potts busying himself away in the penalty area. Does well to recover the ball and look to carve out a counter-attack for Guiseley. Plays it square to Andy Holdsworth. Now the Lions need to see if they can make another movement forward. Swain is the target man this time. He chests it down and it's taken off him by Weir. Square here to Hutchinson. Plays it forward. Now on the right-hand side, Williams plays it in towards Ntai, and Ntai's touch is poor. Danny Boschel steps across to take. Does look like there's going to be another substitute. I think it'll be Worcester who'll be making a change next. Brooksby has the ball on the halfway line, plays it into Potts. Guys are a little tentative when they're coming forward at the moment. Not really getting over the halfway line particularly quickly, and then a poor ball that's let go by Potts. is handed back to Worcester, but Guiseley recover the ball as Worcester give it away this time. Boschel plays it down the right-hand side and eventually picked up here by Weir. Not the greatest games of football we're watching here this evening, it has to be said. And Guiseley once again pick up the ball, this time an aimless ball forward from Worcester, matched by one from Rhys Maynell, looking for Louis Swain to be fair, but Weir and Regan had him well dealt with there, and it's back with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's like you say, just a real lack of quality sometimes, sort of holding back both teams. And, yeah, it looks to be heading for a 0-0.
There's plenty of time yet, I suppose, for all that to change. And Worcester look like they're going to make some changes shortly to freshen up their side. Guys, have already made 2. Now Leslie has the ball for the home side, plays it forward. So we enter the final quarter of an hour of this game. Guiseley 0, Worcester 0, Guiseley 0. Here at Aggborough, the home of Kidderminster Harriers, the current home of Worcester City. While they await for developments on their ground after moving out of theirs at the end of last season. Rothery now with the ball for Guiseley. Plays back to Boschel, takes it back. Rothery keeps running at this Worcester back line. Too many players for him to beat on his own, so he plays it out to the right-hand side where Brooksby gets. Takes it inside, plays it square to Boschel. Boschel tries to feed a ball through into Potts. Potts back out wide here to Rothery. Rothery gets it into the area. On the edge of the area, Brooksby tries to beat one man, can't beat the second. Worcester clear. Guiseley just probing a little bit more though now here with Jack Rea. Out to Rothery on the right-hand side now. Played into Holdsworth, and then Jack Rea slips at the important moment. The ball's cleared by Worcester, but only as far as Danny Boschel. Now into Louis Swain, some distance from goal. Louis Swain rides one challenge, takes a shot from distance, and then it's gone all the way back to the goalkeeper. Not sure if you're hearing any interference at your end, but I can't really say what that is for. But at the moment, Guiseley have the...
Yeah, it's quite a surreal experience, this. Not sure what the interference is. Hopefully they can't hear it at home.
Well, yeah, sorry. Quite a strange sort of noise we're just encompassing. It's disappeared now. Substitute for Worcester City. And it's going to be Stephen Leslie who's going to come off. And it's the number 12 is Ebby Nelson Abbey. Ebby Nelson Addy. Abbey even. God, I can't even say this one. Nelson Abbey who's coming on. And the second substitute is Danny Glover. And he appears to be coming on for Aaron Williams.
Ebby Nelson Addy, number 12, replacing number 7, Aaron Williams.
So a double substitution for the home side, looking to change things round. And they have a good free kick position here at the moment. They've got a free kick just inside from the right touchline. And they've got 4 or 5 players on the edge of the 18-yard box waiting to receive this ball, including the 2 centre-halves. Plenty of height in there. The ball comes in, up towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Headed on, flicks off a Guiseley man and goes towards the goal, but plucked out of the air easily by Stephen Drench. Drench just holds on to it. Lets Guiseley get out of there. Then launches a long one down the right channel. Looks to be flicked on by Swain. Nobody ahead of him. Brooksby chases it, but it's taken away this time by the fullback Weir, who almost got on the score sheet earlier on when his shot came back off the crossbar. Guys who win possession with Potts. And I have to say, a free kick's been given to Worcester, but that one didn't look anything like a free kick to me, as he just stepped across and took the ball off more.
Yeah, it's one of those, I think it was the lad who had it before him was under a bit of pressure. He's probably given it for that, or an accumulation of both, really.
Free kick to Worcester, anyway, inside their own half. Taken down by Tawdry, and then launched forward towards the substitute Glover, and then knocked out. And it's going to be a throw-in for Worcester inside the Guiseley half. It's taken short, back to Glover. And then the ball in from Williams, the fullback. is blocked, and it's another throw. Steady away stuff at the moment. Worcester have the ball with the throw into the feet of Moore. Moore gets it into the area, looking to release Nelson Abbey, but it just goes beyond him. And then it's cleared by Hall, I think it was, or Holdsworth. And it's another throw in here to Worcester. Home fans now getting behind their team. Weir plays the throw into Ntai. Back here to Deeney. Deeney on the cross field pass goes wide and looks to set up George Williams on the right hand side. He's tackled by Rhys Maynell. And in the end, I think he's either got a free kick or a throw-in on that far side. Anyway, his Maynell. So that danger has passed once again. Looked to be a little bit of a late challenge, actually, from Williams on Maynell. I don't know if you thought the same, Matt?
Yeah, it seemed more just a bit of a coming together, really. It was the momentum of the ball that sort of put them together. But just wonder now whether, I think, like I said before, both sides have probably settled for a point. I think the last 10 minutes, Worcester have been the better side, really.
Well, football can be a fickle mistress. 4-hour journey. You get here late, and you get served up this sort of game. Still, you've had a nice pie.
Yeah, I was going to say, thankfully the literal fare has been better than the football fare.
You're not missing anything. I can honestly say that you are not missing anything. Guiseley have got the ball inside the Worcester half. Sorry, Matt.
Although if you do want to travel on the supporters club bus to the next away game, details are on the website. I know we're not selling it very well, but
just one of those nights, I think. Talking of the next away trip, what a fantastic one at Halifax that's going to be. So I heartily recommend getting out there. Stephen Drench, meanwhile, has a free kick now for Guiseley. Can they serve us up something in the final 10?
Stop this.
A long one forward, down the left-hand side. Picked up by Swain. Tries to nod it on. No one to nod it on to. And it's cleared, now into touch. Listening to Guiseley AFC radio. If you're still with us.
Well done.
Well done, and give us a tweet. We're at Guiseley radio. 7 minutes left to go of this one. It's goalless. And Hall has the ball for Guiseley. Plays it up to the halfway line where Danny Boschel twists past his man. Recovers the ball well at the second attempt and eventually helps it forward onto Holdsworth and Brooksby down the right-hand side. Brooksby goes in for the challenge with Weir. Weir gets ahead of him. And Guiseley have a throw-in. On the right-hand side now, about level with the edge of the 18-yard box. Holdsworth looks to take this one short into the feet of Potts. Holdsworth now gets the ball back on this touchline with Brooksby. Plays it into Potts and the flag goes up. Potts had strayed into an offside position. And it's going to be a free kick to Worcester in their own left-back position. And we've got 6 more minutes to go. And it's hard to see where a goal would come from tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, unless it's a special individual effort or solo strike out the blue. It's there've not been an awful lot of chances created. We may make it sound bad, but it has been that bad.
Cleared by Andy Holdsworth from the goalkeeper's clearance. Swain can't get past Regan or Hutchinson. Hutchinson does help it onto Ntai, and now it's in here to Moore. Moore for the visitors, gets the ball across the 18-yard box. Again, Guiseley defend well. Moore now picks up the loose ball inside the area, takes a deflection off the Guiseley man. It's Jack Rea who lofts it clear in the end, up towards Louis Swain. Swain battling well with Hutchinson. Hutchinson and Regan just marshalling him so comfortably at the moment, though. And Guiseley just have to watch that ball go all the way back to the goalkeeper. And in the end, Swain's going to be pulled up for a bit of a late tackle on Regan. The referee takes Louis Swain's name in the end for that. Well, thanks to Rob Jennings, who's just sending his message, listening to Guiseley radio, stuck at home. Can hear the Guiseley supporters through the radio. Hope you're not hearing everything.
We should have apologised before we came on air for any obscenities.
Certainly not coming from us.
Not yet, anyway.
Not till we're off air, anyway. At the moment, Worcester have a free kick. I've got everybody inside the Guiseley half, but it was a long one from the goalkeeper, and it's easily repelled by Guiseley. And now it's a chance here for Gavin Rothery to have a counter-attack run down the left-hand side. He's bundled over here. And there's surely got to be another yellow card for that, because Rothery just made some great headway down that left flank on the counter-attack. He hadn't really worked out an opportunity at that point. He's some sort of 30 yards away from the touchline, the goal line. But, surely a yellow card here for Richard Tawndry, who pulled him down.
Yeah, he was well in behind there, Rothery. Good burst of pace, and it could be a late set piece that gets all 3 points.
Well, Matt set it up. We have 3 minutes left of this match. 0-0.
Watch it hit the wall now.
And Ty just standing over the free kick, preventing it being taken. I don't think they're in any hurry to take it anyway. It's going to be Wayne Brooksby who'll take this. Like I say, about 30 yards up on the left-hand side as Guiseley attack the goal right on the touchline. Referee just making sure he gets it in a place that he's happy with. We've got about 4 or 5 yellow shirts on the edge of the 18-yard box. Not a great ball into the area in the end. Louis Swain can't control. All the way back to Wayne Brooksby. And then it's cleared. And now there's a chance here for Ntai to counter-attack. And a free kick is given. I'm not quite sure how, but or why, rather. Wayne Brooksby's not quite sure either, but it's a free kick on the halfway line that Worcester City have been awarded. It means there'll be a long ball forward here from Worcester, no doubt, and they'll look to prise open the Guiseley defence one last time. I'm not sure whether there was an awful lot in that challenge there, Matt.
No, I think he did get in the way, but I don't know, it seemed a soft one to me.
0-0. Worcester with the free kick, and once again it's going to go long. It's been a game of sort of set pieces. Free kicks taken inside one half and players lining up on the edge of the 18-yard box in the other. And it's once again that scenario. Just inside the Worcester half, the free kick is taken, lofted towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Headed away comfortably by Lockwood. Only as far as Williams. He helps it forward. Guiseley haven't quite cleared this, and it's picked up now by Glover. Helped out wide here to Ty. Ty gets the ball towards the edge of the 6-yard box, plays it across the face of goal. Beaten away once again. And the Worcester come forward down that right flank here with Tawndry. Tawndry lays the ball down, looking to release Ty, but it's blocked and taken away by Potts, and into the feet now of Potts, rather, from Jack Rea. And eventually Wayne Brooksby goes forward, and it looks to be completely taken out. No free kicks given. The counter-attack happens now from Worcester's perspective. Leslie and into the heads the ball, puts the ball into the feet. Sorry, Moorhead puts the ball into the feet of Ty. And now there's a coming together of 2 players, Gavin Rothery, but the referee just allows the play to continue. A ball gets put into the area. I thought he'd stopped it for a free kick for a moment, but Worcester kept going. Got a ball into the edge of the 6-yard box. Eventually, it was headed away. And it's a bit frenetic stuff just at the moment, as both sides think they could snatch the points. Up towards Louis Swain. Swain can't get it down. Beaten away by Regan. Swain will chase this one back to Boot. Boot hoists it forward up to the halfway line. Danny Boschel can't read the ball in the air as he'd like and nods it back to Maynell. Now a chance here. Potts gets on the end of a Swain flick on. Right down the left channel though. Back to goal. Goes back to Rothery. Be something special if Guiseley could get something out of this now. Potts back here to Swain. Swain tries to play it through Hutchinson. Referee gives a free kick. Says it came off Hutchinson's arm.
Yeah, frenetic 5 minutes, but once again, if you get the right set piece in at times like this, then you can take all 3 points. Something that's been lacking so far.
Well, we're into stoppage time by my reckoning, and it's a free kick to Guiseley. Wayne Brooksby it will be to take. He's about 30 yards from goal. It's some distance from goal anyway. There's 4 or 5 yellow shirts lining up on the edge of the 18-yard box. Can the Lions make this pay? The ball comes in from Brooksby up towards the edge of the 18-yard box, headed for Lockwood. The referee intervenes, decides it's a free kick. I don't know what that's for. Perhaps he wasn't convinced of the first free kick in the first place, because It's a Worcester free kick, and another chance dissipates to little.
It does seem like it's been a little bit that way. This referee, he's made a soft call, and then he's had to even that up with another soft one, and it just makes for a very sort of bitty game.
Well, the Worcester management are just inquiring about the time, really. We haven't seen the board go up for any additional, and by my reckoning, we're about a minute over. But I haven't seen any stoppage time added. Boot takes a goal kick very poorly, knocks it straight into touch. Holdsworth now takes a throw. Guys' winning run looks to be coming to an end tonight. It's goalless here at Worcester. And Tyler Weir just completes a clearance. Andy Holdsworth trying to lead from the front, plays the ball forward in towards Swain. Cleared away from Swain, can never get the ball down in that scenario. Up here towards Holdsworth, and Holdsworth tries a flick on, but just knocks it out for a throw.
Yeah, I think given the open nature of things at the minute, I think both teams would probably take a point. I think either team's done enough to really deserve to win it. Both sides have been good in patches, but not nearly enough created, I wouldn't say.
Not an easy game to come to though tonight. Not an easy place to come to. They're on a upward trajectory, having got the 3 points on Saturday. Something might happen here though. Wayne Brooksby's just come through with a couple of players. Gets the ball across the face of the 18-yard box. Potts was the intended target. It's been knocked behind for a corner, and guys, you have a last-minute corner here. Can they create something right at the end here? Wayne Brooksby now. Guys, who get yellow shirts forward once again. The ball up towards the penalty spot. Over the head of Hall. It's gone the other side, and the referee blows the final whistle. And it marks the end of a pretty disappointing evening.
Yeah, I think in terms of the performance, it's a disappointing one, but I think if you could offer Mark a point away from home and improve inside, in form, I think he'd probably taken it. Still unbeaten in those games, and it's another point, isn't it?
Well, it certainly has been another point on the board. That's the positives. I'm not sure the fans who've come tonight to watch this game are going back having seen one little term to be a classic. Goalless it was. Game of very few chances. The best really in the second half fell to Worcester. In fairness, Tyler Weir, who got the shot away after getting on the end of a very good long crossfield ball, lofted the ball over Steve Drench, but it came back off the crossbar. The Lions stuttered really and failed to penetrate Worcester's defence, and in the end it's a fair scoreline. Worcester 0, Guiseley 0. We're going to be back. We're going to be back on the road, Matt, rather much sooner than we'd like, but
yes, true.
Hopefully back sometime tomorrow morning. But tonight it's been a case of just getting that point. It's really, hasn't it, to avoid defeat. It's not been a vintage performance by any stretch of the imagination, but we didn't lose.
No, exactly, and I think going into the trophy tie on Saturday, which is obviously a big one for the club, not least because it's Halifax, but because it's a cup competition. We're out of the FA Cup now, and to go into that on a defeat, I think would have been damaging. But we're unbeaten in 7 now, all comps, and I think like I said, Mark would have taken that.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed it. Although we only managed to bring in the 45 minutes, we'll be there for the whole of the game on Saturday at the Shea when Guiseley take on FC Halifax Town once again, and we hope you join us. But for now and for this evening, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.